Before a monarchy was established in Israel, the land was partitioned among a collection of 12 semi-autonomous Hebrew tribes, led by a single leader called a judge, in times of conflict and war, which was often. According to the book of Genesis, the Hebrews had been enslaved in Egypt before they invaded the Levant, where they completely destroyed several Canaanite city-states and their populations, while abandoning this practice as they moved further north along the coast. The period of judges lasted roughly from the 14th through 11th centuries BC. During these centuries, at one time or another, the Hebrew tribes would be vassals or tributaries of the Edomites, Moabites, Canaanites, Midianites, Ammonites, or Philistines. The Philistines held a long-time technological advantage over Israel in that they had iron weaponry and chariots. In the north, the Aramean kings of Damascus would be long-time foes as well. Their spoken and written language, Aramaic, would replace Hebrew around the 6th century BC in the Levant, and by the 1st century it was the dominant spoken language throughout the Near East. The people tired of being led by judges and wanted a permanent king. The last judge, Samuel, anointed Saul as the first king of a united kingdom of Israel. David, a young man whom initially was favored by Saul, fled after his popularity among the people soared, resulting from defeating the Philistine Goliath in a duel. Ironically, he fled and lived among the Philistines, working as a mercenary for the king of Gath, the city that Goliath had come from. Saul would be killed at a battle against the Philistines. David then returned with a motley band of international warriors known as his mighty men, and would first conquer the south, conquering the previously independent Jebusite city of Jerusalem and making it his capital. He then moved north and defeated Saul's son, Ishbosheth, whom had ruled Israel for 2 years. David spent much of his 40-year-long reign waging war on many of the Canaanite city-states within and surrounding Israel's borders. His son Solomon succeeded him and was renowned for his wealth and wisdom. Following Solomon's death, the 10 northern tribes rebelled, establishing the city of Samaria as their capital city, while Judah in the south remained loyal to Solomon's son Rehoboam. Jeroboam, king of Israel, had fled to Egypt during the reign of Solomon, receiving protection of the pharaoh, Shoshenq. The 10 northern tribes had become discontent with Solomon's extravagance and welcomed Jeroboam as a liberator. Israel and Judah would have hostile relations with each other from the beginning. Shoshenq saw opportunity and invaded Judah in the 5th year of Rehoboam's reign. With more than 60,000 men, he subdued Judah, making it a vassal state. Egyptian influence was ended over Judah when an Egyptian-backed Ethiopian army was defeated by King Asa of Judah. The tumultuous relationship between the divided kingdoms would continue to unfold in a chaotic and blood-splattered tale, until the Assyrian conquest of Israel ended that kingdom. Hosea, Israel's last king, stopped paying tribute to the Assyrian Empire when he misguidedly believed that Egypt would back him up in a conflict. This was not the case, and after a 3-year siege, Assyria conquered Samaria, and after the kingless vassal rebelled again, the Assyrians brutally crushed it, and the survivors of the 10 tribes were deported to distant areas of the Assyrian Empire. Their fate is unknown. The last king of Judah, Zedekiah, was installed by the Babylonians as a puppet. However, he did not play along and rebelled against the Babylonians, at which point Nebuchadnezzar II lay siege and conquered Jerusalem, disestablishing the state of Judah and taking many captives back to Babylon. Under the Persian Empire, Babylonian captives were allowed to return and enjoyed some level of autonomy as a vassal. However, it was not until the 2nd century BC, following the Maccabean Revolt against the Seleucid Empire, that the hasmonean dynasty established another Jewish state in the Levant. In 69 BC, Pompey Magnus sacked Jerusalem and installed a puppet ruler loyal to him. In 37 BC, Judea would become an official client state of the Roman Empire. The Idumean, Herod the Great, was appointed king of the Jews by the Roman Senate. He attempted to curry favor with his subjects by reconstructing the temple in Jerusalem on a grand scale. However, this was funded through heavy taxation, and he was still viewed as an unpopular foreigner and acolyte of the Romans. After his death, the kingdom was partitioned between his 3 sons and sister. Following the death of his grandson, Herod Agrippa, in 44 BC, Rome absorbed Judea into the empire, and in 680 made it a full province of the Roman Empire, administered by a Roman governor. In 70 AD, following a rebellion, Jerusalem was sacked. The Romans destroyed the temple and either killed, exiled, or enslaved all of the Hebrew leaders, elites, and nobles. In 132 AD, the remaining Jews under Bar Kokhba rebelled against Hadrian and were defeated. As punishment, Hadrian exiled more Jews and forbade them from living in their capital. And that has been a lightning fast history of ancient Israel, Judah, Judea, and the Judges. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think or didn't like down in the comments and how it can improve. And don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications every time I make a new video, and support this channel on Patreon to help it grow and support me making new content. And as always, huge thanks to all my awesome patrons and subscribers for making this channel possible for all of us. Thanks. This has been Epimetheus.